Hey, hey, hey. Good day, good day, good day, good day to you. How are you doing? Got the sunlight in the room this afternoon. So it appears to be a little bit dark, but never mind. How are we doing today? I hope you are all doing very, very, very well. I am not too bad. Not as stiff as I was yesterday. A bit looser today, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me here today for another episode of Getting It Straight with Yvonne. Yeah, because Yvonne Michelle's on fire right now. So listen, over the last couple of days, we have been talking. We started off looking at our self-belief, and we looked at change and what it means to change, and also, you know, we looked at change, and today we're going to be looking at honesty. Now, yesterday I said a few things. I did, and I've had some comments. People have come back to me, and like I said, don't beat the messenger. Don't beat the messenger. I'm just here to give you the message. I'm just here to show you what it really is about. And one of the things that I said yesterday is that one of the biggest liars in our lives, none of us liked to be lied to, none of us. But one of the biggest liars in our lives is you, yourself, me, myself, to me, to you. You lie to yourself very, very often. And we want to now try to start to hone in on that mindset, because we need to be honest, and which leads us today to honesty. And we're looking at, one of the things, some of the ladies were like saying, oh, they've made so many promises, diets and all these kinds of stuff that we do. And we had a really lovely session yesterday. So today's not going to be any different. We're going to have a great session today. I'm going to welcome those of you who are on Instagram. Welcome Instagram. Welcome those of you who are on YouTube, and those of you who are on Facebook with me this afternoon. So buckle up, enjoy the ride, and make sure you have pen and paper as we go through sessions, because I drop lots and lots of different things when we are on session. Now, we have a few more sessions to go, but it's getting busier and busier and busier, isn't it? Now, tomorrow, I'm not sure what time it's going to come. It might come tomorrow late afternoon. So I've got a very, very busy day tomorrow. Yes, I'm all over. I'm in London, and I'm in Rickmansworth, and I'm in Luton, and I'm in all different places. So we'll work out tomorrow. Let's focus on today. So as we've been talking about our self thoughts, our self beliefs, I kicked off and I asked you the question: if you could see yourself the same way your biggest cheerleader sees you, what would you be doing now? Because very often we don't see ourselves for who we really are. We always see ourselves as less than. Imposter syndrome comes in, and all of that stuff to makes us think that we're not good enough. We talked about changing that mindset. Now we're talking about, today we're talking about honesty. We are a day late because for those of you who don't know, I had a car accident on Monday. So the Tuesday session didn't go ahead because I was very, very sore on Tuesday after the accident. So No worries about that. So anyway, let's kick off. Let's get straight into it. So today we're talking about honesty. We are talking about honesty. So what is honesty to you? What is honesty to you? What does that look like to you? And honesty is, authentic, being authentic. It's being authentic and revealing the inner you without fear or judgment or reprisal. That's what honesty is being 100% honest with yourself, regardless of what anybody else outside of you says. That is simply what honesty means and what it should mean to you. There's no little bit honesty. There's no a little piece over here and a little piece over there. It's either you're honest or you're not. And what happens very often in our minds, we start to make excuses, and those excuses, we still think that that's being honest, but actually an excuse is an excuse. And really and truly, bottom line, an excuse is a lie. And again, we go back to what we spoke about, yesterday, about change and how often we lie to ourselves. We tell ourselves the things that are not true, don't we? Okay, so do remember that you can write on the chat. Do join in. This is a very, very interactive session. So it's not just about me sitting here and chatting at you, but give me some feedback. Talk to me. Say hello, good afternoon, good night, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. So being authentic means that we are 100% honest and we don't make excuses. We don't make excuses. We or allowances or anything like that. So my question to you, the first question I have for you is, how honest are you with yourself? How honest are you with yourself? And that means, do you make excuses? Do you make excuses or allowances for the things that you say or for the things that you do? Come on now, let's be honest. Let's be honest with one another as we are here today, as we are talking very openly, very candidly. How honest? Are you honest with yourself, or do you make excuses and allowances? Be honest with yourself. And when was the last time you were really 100% honest with yourself? Write this down. When was the last time you were 100% honest with yourself? Because these are the things that help us to move forward and having these conversations with ourselves, but equally having those conversations, being honest and saying, well, actually, I'm not honest. I haven't been honest with myself because I said this, but I did that. So being honest means, and having that authenticity means, that you are congruent with what you say and what you do. So how honest are you? How honest? That's the first question. Are you honest with yourself, or do you make excuses or allowances? So how honest are you with yourself? On a scale of 1 to 10, let's get some interaction in the group. So on a scale of 1 to 10, let's do 1 to 5. On a scale of 1 to 5, and 5 being that you are always honest with yourself, I want you to rate where you are and just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, right? On a scale of 1 to 5, how honest are you? And 5 means that you are 100% honest with yourself at all times. Everything that you say you do it. Everything that you say you're going to achieve, you do it. And you are 100%. You don't tell yourself no lies. You don't make excuses, and you don't make allowances. Just put that in the chat for me. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to put that in the chat, because I know I'm not here by myself today. I know that there are people watching, because I can see you. I can see you. So on there, let's put that's, thank you for showing me some love there. You can show as much love as hugs. I appreciate them all. Thank you very much. So in the chat, how, on a scale of 1 to 5, and being 5 meaning that you are 100% honest with yourself. All right, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to put that in the chat. Okay, so whilst you're doing that and you're thinking about how honest you are, Okay, Jackie, thank you so much for being honest to say 3. Okay, and what would it take? Now, I want you to think about this. What would it take for you to get it to a 4? To just go one step higher so that you are more congruent with yourself, so that you are achieving exactly what you set out to do. What would it take? So that's a question that I want you to write down for yourself and think about what action you can take to bring yourself one step higher than a 3. Okay, so we want to get you to a 4 because we're a work in progress. None of us are perfect. We are a work in progress. So what I want you to do, yes, Anthony B. Williams, hello, sir. You're a 3. And again, I'm going to ask you again, what would it take? What action? What shift? Now, if you haven't been watching the series since Monday, we're talking about the 2 millimeter shift. What is that small thing? There's one small thing that you can do for yourself to move you one step further to achieving or being that person that you want to be. So in order for you to get to a number 4, so that you are authentic in your own life, so that you are honest with yourself, to build your self-belief, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-value, what is the one thing that you can do to take yourself one step further? Okay, so whilst you're thinking about that, how honest are you with other people around you? Because this is significant. How honest are you with the people that are around you? Because if you've got to be honest with yourself in order to be honest with other people. And sometimes that restricts us. We know we want to say something. We know we want to help somebody, but we don't know sometimes if we're going to cause offense. And so that thought make us think, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Oh, I can't say what I'm going to say. But actually, in order for you to develop, in order for you to be this authentic person, in order for you to live in an honest space, you have to tell the truth. And sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So always remember that you can speak your truth. You can be honest. You can live in that authentic space, revealing the inner you without fear and without judgment. Now, let me just jump onto that, because this is one of the points that hold us back. Where does judgment come from? Judgment arises from a fear of not being enough, not being good enough, not being worthy. That's where judgment comes from. And that's where, when we are struggling with being ourselves, because one of the things we're talking about is being unapologetically yourself, loving yourself, accepting yourself, acknowledging yourself, affirming yourself. Some of these are the things that we are working towards as people, to develop and to become better and to grow and to thrive. So where does the judgment come from in the first place? And it comes from fear. Yeah, and it comes from fear of not being accepted, not being enough. And it affects us all. And so when I say we're talking about honesty and being authentically revealing, or being able to authentically reveal the inner us, the inner soul, the inner part of us, without fear, without judgment, without reprisal, that's what we all want to get to. That's the place we all want to get to. So the challenge is, to be in a space where you can be yourself and not care about what other people think. And the problem is that a lot of us do care about what people think. We actually think about what people think more than what we think about ourselves, or how we think, or how we feel. And that's an issue. We have to, and this is what, in terms of us as a people, this is something that we really need to address, because there's a lot of things that we do is to fit in. And we can't fit in. We were not born. I certainly know that I was not born to fit in. I will always stand out. Always. You can't rock a hairstyle like this and not stand out. You just can't. And that's the thing with us as people. And I want you to know, those of you who are listening today, under the sound of my voice, some of you have never come on my platform before. Some of you have never heard what I've had to say. But today, you're here for a reason. You are here for a reason. You were supposed to hear this word. This word has come to challenge you to be better, to be bolder, to be bigger, to be brighter, to be bolder than who you think you are, because you are able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask or think. There is something within you that is great, and which some of us call greatness. There is something there. And so you are here today for a reason. It's not just, oh, I just saw this and I'm just going to click on it. In your unconscious, you've been searching for something. You've been looking for something to help you. You want to grow. You want to be better. You want to do better. And you, more importantly, you want to thrive. And you want the people around you, your family, your friends, your peers, to thrive too. And so that's why you're here. Never think, oh, I've just clicked here by accident. Nothing is by accident. Everything has a purpose and everything has a plan. Right, so we're talking about honesty today and how we can be authentically honest and reveal the inner part of ourselves without fear or without judgment, so that we can live an unapologetic life. All right, that's what we're talking about today. So the first question to you was, are you honest? How honest are you with yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, where, sorry, I keep saying 1 to 10, but it's 1 to 5, where 5 is I'm 100% honest, and 1 is I'm not honest at all. And we've had a few 3s in here as well. Okay, so my question to you now, what would make it easier to be more honest in your life now? Oh, Tina's saying 4. Good for you, Tina. What would it take to get you to a 5? What would it take to get you to a 5? What action would you have to make? What action step would you have to take in order to get you to a 5, where you are living authentically 100% of the time? Think about that. Think about that. Think about the things that you're doing now that have you at a 4. Think about that, and think about the one action that you could take that's going to propel you up to the next level. Right? That's what I want you to do. Right. So Jacqueline is saying more belief in myself. Absolutely. More belief. Okay. So my question, I'm asking you, and this is why I always say when you come on these platforms, always have a pen and paper. My question to you to do is, what do you know you can do when you put your mind to it? What do you know that you can do when you put your mind to it, that you do well? What do you know that you do well when you put your mind to it? Oh, there's more. More belief in myself, more self-love. Okay, so what are the steps now? I want you to think about, Jackie's saying she needs more self-love and she needs more belief in herself, right? So what are the steps that you're going to take? Yeah? What are the steps? I want you to think about something. I'm just going to do something really quickly with you, Jackie, as you're on the line. I want you to think about the last thing that you did really, really well. Really, really well. And that you thought, yeah, I really did a good job. And I want you to think about that. Just take a few minutes. What did you do really well, and why? What was the why? What was the why that made you do that really well? Tina's saying a purpose. What? I'm going back to Jackie. I'll come to you in a moment, Tina. What did you do really well? And I want you to think about that. I want you to go in that space. I want you to fill your mind with that moment of what you were doing and how you felt. I want you to see what you see yourself doing. I want you to hear what you heard yourself saying. And I want you to feel what you felt in that moment, and notice everything. Notice all of those emotions. I want you to, and all of those feelings. I want you to notice it all in your mind's eye. And then I want you to come back to yourself and then ask yourself, what is it that's stopping you from believing in yourself? What is it? And write it down. And that's what we're going to work on. Tina's saying more belief in your purpose. Is that belief in your purpose, or is that belief in you fulfilling your purpose? Because your purpose is your purpose, unless it's not your purpose. Think about that. Think about that. Okay. And I'm really, really, really pleased for you ladies today and gentlemen today, because you've taken that step to be honest and be quite bold, actually, to write it down and put it online and say, right, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. And this is what I need to do. So you're recognizing you're taking that first step forward in the right direction. You're recognizing what you need. And you are actually saying, you know, I'm coming out of my own way, and I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to be honest with myself, and I'm going to be honest with everybody else. Right. Okay. So Tina's saying, yes, yes, having more belief, self-belief in herself. Listen, one of the things that I have done over the many, many years, I use mirrors a lot. I do a lot of mirror therapy. And on Sunday, I'm starting a 21-day into loving yourself. And it is an accelerator in you being your best self and actually recognizing yourself, learning how to love yourself, learning how to accept yourself, learning that you are amazing. Yeah. Right, so you best work organically structures. I have a block. Right, so so the 21 days, as I was saying, is it's mirror work, and it's for 21 days, and it's all about how I guide you, but you do the work. This is something that I've used, and I'm going to disclose some things here now really quickly. This is something that I used when I was abused as a child, and I hid it for a very long time. Actually, for 34 years, I kept it a secret. And this technique has helped me to be the woman I am today. What you see is exactly what you get with me. And I don't hide behind anything. I can look myself in the mirror and I can tell myself, you look gorgeous today. Yes, you do. I have been able to reconnect because I was disconnected with myself for so long. For so long, and I share that with you because I have clients that have used this technique and gone through many great things, but I always believe that when I'm talking about something like this, that I should be open and honest and let you guys know this is my story, this is what I've been through, and this is why I do what I do. And so the 21 days is an accelerator into you living your best life, your version of your best life. Not my version, it's your version of what that looks like. And we all have an idea of what we want our life to look like. We all have an idea of how we want to feel. Now, many people, what happens is they feel that their partner is supposed to make them feel a certain way. But actually, I'm here to tell you today, that's not your partner's responsibility. It's your responsibility to make yourself feel the way that you want to feel. And as a consequence of that, your partner will see how you treat yourself and then know exactly how to treat you in the process. And so I want to invite you, you're quite welcome to come. And we are doing, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I am doing a Black Friday special. Now, I wasn't going to do this, but I thought, well, why not jump on the bandwagon? Everybody else is doing it, so I might as well do it. So and again, this is me. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. And whether you like me, whether you don't like me, I'm not making up any excuses for who I am. This is who I am. You either like me or you don't. It's a bit like Marmite, isn't it? And like in most things. So I want to invite you to join me on the 21 day to loving yourself. And it is an accelerator, right? It is an accelerator for you to live your best life. Now, today, for the next 24 hours only, I am doing a Black Friday offer. And the discount code is going across the bottom of the screen. It's also in the chat, and the link to it into the 21 days, which if you can't, if failing that, you can't find that, go straight to my website, www.yvonnemichelle.com, and you will see 21 days. Click at the top of the hyperlink and it will take you straight in to where you need to go. But I'm saying to you, for the next 24 hours, BLKFRI is the code, which will give you a discount to join in. So if I were you, I'd take the discount and run. Now, I want to say this. You can see what I do online. I do coaching and I do help a lot of women and men, but it's more women. Now, this 21 days is not going to be on Facebook. It's not going to be on any social media. It's going to be done through Zoom. It is a private room. Whatever is said in the room stays in the room. And we are going to be doing this for 21 days. It's mainly the program is you'll see me every day. There's going to be a couple of recordings in there because you're going to have some exercises to do. There's going to be meditations in there. There's going to be journal work. So the only thing that you really need to have with you is a notebook, a pen, and a mirror. And we're doing this all online. So you're going to be in the comfort of your own home, and we're going to go through this. And then every single Sunday, we are going to have a sacred circle where we come together and we talk and discuss about what came up for us in the week. What was the most powerful moment? What was the moment that made you feel maybe emotional? And I want you to understand this is an emotional journey, because this is about you reconnecting with yourself. Yeah, back with the most important person in your life, which is you. And what happens very often is we're so focused on giving and giving and giving and giving and giving that we are now living in an empty cup. We're clanging like brass cymbals. You can do this on your own on the days. Absolutely. Absolutely. You just come in, get the training, and your work is for you. It is for you. So we're not doing, I give you the work every day and I give you the encouragement every single day. And then you go away and you do your process. And then you come back. And then on the Sunday, we meet together. We all meet every day. But on the Sunday, it's a bigger session. We chat, we talk, we reason, and we love on each other, and we give each other what we need. Yeah, you can do this in your own, you will be doing this in your own time, because it is about you. One of the things that I talk about, and I say, and we did it yesterday, I should have done it today, is that one of my beliefs is that everything starts with me being me and you being you. So this is what is a mantra that we say: everything starts with me, everything starts with me, everything starts with me. It's about taking full responsibility of ourselves. That's what this is about. So I invite you to join me on the 21 days. I'm committed to you for 21 days to build you and to build that self-esteem, that self-connection, which many of us have lost, especially in these recent times. And, you know, introduce this to a friend, to introduce it to a sister, because this is something that's going to be worth doing. Okay, so Jackie, so exactly, this is something I have been discussing with a couple of friends. Give. Absolutely, you're just giving out. And then your cup is empty. And, you know, I wish I just had a cup of tea, but I brought it downstairs. But I want you to think about this in your mind. Whatever it is in the cup, right? So this is the cup. Whatever's in the cup is for you. But whatever, you know, whatever comes in the saucer, that's what you give out. So we've spent, you know, the last practically, you know, even before COVID, but the last 2 years especially, giving out, and not really receiving anything for ourselves. This 21 days experience is about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about you 100%. And so I'm just going to say to you, gift yourself some time. Gift yourself some time. Yeah. Yes, give the overflow. Absolutely. My cup runneth over. Absolutely. My cup runneth over. People keep asking me, you know, I had the accident, I took a day out, and people say, how do you do it? How do you do it? You just keep going. How do you do it? Because my cup runneth over. I give to myself. I have to give to myself in order to give. Have to. And I give you out of my overflow, because what's in my cup is for me. And this is what this has taught me. I've done this practice for years. Like I say, I went to court 5 years ago. That's actually more than 5 years ago. 2015. We're now in 2021. 2015 was a court case which I didn't win. I didn't win. He was found not guilty, which was devastating to me. But I had started this process before. This is what's given me what I need. This exercise is so powerful. It's not easy. Let me just say this. It's not easy. It's not, for anything worth having, never comes easy. It's not easy. But when you invest in yourself, when you make a decision to put yourself first, it changes everything in your life. Right. Absolutely. Satina saying that's what happened to her after 2 court cases. Listen, I'm just inviting you to join me on this 21-day journey. Come and join me. Use the discount code. You know, use the discount code and join me for these 21 days of goodness, 21 days of growth, 21 days of reconnection, 21 days of revitalization, 21 days of restoration, 21 days of just that reconnecting the disconnect that's been going on in our lives for so long. So that's the invitation. The link is in the bio. The link is going across the bottom of the page. The discount code is BLKFRI. So abbreviated Black Friday. That is, and it's only for 24 hours. And that's it. This 21 days starts on Sunday. This Sunday coming, and we're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to talk, and we're just going to reason, find out where people are at, and then we are going to kick off and really, really start to work on our inner soul, our inner self. So again, why do my children like to call me when I do? Okay, so again, as I say, you know, you are welcome. Do join me for 21 days. It starts this Sunday. The discount code is there. It's only going to be up for 24 hours. And I will come back to you because it's like the phone's kicking off now. So I do have to go, but I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure of what time I will be back tomorrow because tomorrow's a busy day. But I'm going to try and do tomorrow because tomorrow is all about finishing strong. It's all about finishing strong. So do jump on, and also tell a friend about the program, because it will be a very good investment. We always want to invest in other things. We want to buy clothes, buy shoes, buy this, buy that, buy this for the house, buy that for the house. But you know what? We don't want to buy nothing for ourselves that's going to help our inner soul. This is about your inner soul. This is about your mental health. This is about your worth. This is about how you feel about you. Do something for you today. Do one, and that's going to be your one step to getting further into your purpose and to your destiny. My name's Yvonne Michelle. I'm out of here. I will see you again tomorrow at some stage. Don't know. Just look out for the notice to say I'm going live at. I don't know what time it will be, but I will go live tomorrow. It might be midnight, and who knows? But I will be doing a live tomorrow at some stage. But for now, take care. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Ciao, ciao. Ciao.